that are on my print. If I need to cut a 1-inch diameter, I simply send it to a X of 1 inch, don't I? If I need to turn back 2 inches, I simply go at X or Z minus 2 inches. Because when I call that tool up, when I call that geometry offset up, it now thinks this is 0 in Z, and center line of this part is 0 in X. So all of my programming, all of my numbers can now come off of my print, can't they? Is that making sense for you?
Yes, sir.
Much better way of doing things. Yes, sir.
Diametrically and radially, is
yes,
any machine programmed diametrically?
No, sir. There are machines that are programmed radially and machines that are programmed diametrically. I've made a decision that in this shop, all of these machines are set to diametral programming.
Can they be changed?
Some machines have the option of either programming and moving diametrally or radially. Yes, the answer is yes. Pay attention to your machine. It's quick and easy to figure out whether you're working in a diametral machine or a radial machine. If I look at a program and I compare it to a print, if I've got a 2-inch diameter on my print and I see in my program that I'm turning a 1 inch, that's a radial program, isn't it? If I see my diameters of my print in my program, I've got a diametral program. Real quick and easy way of knowing if you're running diametrally or radially.
So on the manuals we have, the DRO is set up diametrally or radially?
Unsure. You guys ran them. You guys tell me.
Diametrally.
When you turn something at 2 inches on the DRO, are you turning it to 2 inches? Or are you turning it to 4 inches?
Somebody's got to push the button.
Depending on who pushed the button, right?
Is there any advantage or the other?
Personally, I like diametrally. You're asking for an opinion now. Personally, my opinion is I like diameters simply because what are our prints in? They're not going to give me radiuses on my prints. They're going to give me diameters. So instead of looking at a print and taking that 1 inch 645 thousandths diameter, cutting it in half to program it, running the risk of transposing numbers during calculations or making calculation errors, I simply take the number off the print and use it in the program. So my preference, especially as an instructor teaching newbies, I prefer to work with the numbers that are in black and white in front of me. So I'm a diametral programming guy. You'll notice every machine in this shop, I can tell you guys that right now so you don't have to try to figure it out, they're all diametric. Every machine. Any questions? Well, I'm thinking to throw you under the bus on this one.
Go back to your display. Switch back to your display screen. Why was it not displaying in multiple?
Ask me that again.
Your X and Z weren't displaying in multiple after you set them?
Great question. Did everybody understand the question? All of these are still reading the same thing. My machine is still the same position as my work G54. What have I not done? I haven't called up a tool offset, have I? I have not activated that geometry offset. How do I activate a geometry offset on a lathe? Pick that tool or call up that tool in a program. If I go to MDI and I call up a T202 end of block insert, I actually am calling up a tool and its offset. So it should show me the position from program 0 that the tip of my tool is at right now. If you'll look, now I've got a difference, don't I? If I look up here, my machine is sitting at Z. I'm going to put it at home. Wait a minute. Oops, sorry. I can put my machine at home and And now what you'll notice is my X or my Z offset, and I went back, I hit reset, so I canceled out my tool offset. But you'll find that our Z offset becomes the distance we are from our part program 0 when we're at home. It's minus going that way, but when this is active, I'm plus 20 inches from part program 0. That making sense to everybody?